happening, everybody? It's time for another Talking with Topher. This is episode 298. It is December 18th, 2025, and as always, I'm so happy to be here, be with you, and I am still alive. Fantastic, everybody. Fantastic. You know what I mean? It feels good. We're getting much closer to the holidays. I'm hoping by now my Christmas shopping is almost done, and the presents are all gathering underneath the Christmas tree, as they would say. Hopefully not too many porch pirates out there nabbing the presents this year, but the warnings have been sent out, of course, by big media. They're letting you know, watch out for them, protect your gifts, and they're going to let you know how. However they're telling you to protect your gifts, you might want to find a different way. They're probably just allowing thieves to take your stuff. Again, I don't believe anything they tell me. But before I get into any more of my shenanigans, my conspiracies, or my thoughts, let's start this the way I always do. By saying thank you. That's right, saying thank you to all of my subscribers, even the ones who left. I appreciate you. If you're new to the podcast, remember to subscribe. You want an opportunity to be a guest or tell your story, TALKIN with Topher at gmail.com. And the link tree is in the description below the video. Go ahead, check it out, along with all the links discussed on this podcast here today. And don't forget to check out the mailbox, guys, and Cryptid and Kin. Go and click both of those links. See everything that they are doing. It's fantastic. All right, and now with all the housekeeping out of the way, let's get into today's pod. All right, everybody. Well, I have had a week off. It is technically November 28th, and my week off is coming to an end. I will have to say that today I will have a surprise for you next week. That's right. I did get a guest on, everybody, and hopefully tomorrow everything goes perfectly and I have another set of guests for you. So that'll be my Christmas present and my Happy New Year's to everybody. Episode 299 and episode 300. I am very excited for all of that. So super exciting. Things are coming together. It's taken a long time to get here, but this is what happens when you keep grinding, everybody. When you keep putting in that work, you will get results. Now, I got some wild stuff for all of us to get into as well. So let's get into it. Now, I was talking about sounds, and I was talking about bells, and I'm always talking about frequencies. Well, these people here, Global Healing Institute and Doctor Group Official, have made some of the most perfect sounds. Very interesting, and can't wait to dig into it some more. Check this out, though. Very interesting to me. I do believe in a lot of this stuff because there's a reason why the bells are gone and why I found them so soothing. But check this out. This is very interesting.
I haven't heard my solfeggio tones. It took me close to 3 years with a sound engineer to create the perfect sounds for the body to heal. You can just type in Google Dr. Group solfeggio tones. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Just listening to this, there's like 50 minutes or something like that, but just listening to this is the tunes and the sound waves. And by the way, we've proven these are healing with looking at blood before and after on the electron microscope. And it does actually help to disable and alter the nanotech in your body too.
Oh, that's very interesting. So the nanotech in my body. Oh, man. I didn't look into this 100%. Yeah. Okay. Oh, great. I am definitely going to Spotify and getting this music, everybody. Let's go.
So And that's why I'm talking about the sacred lovemaking, and I'm moving more into energy and vibration, how to enhance your aura, how to feel the vibration of love, how to heal any disease within or any condition within days, sometimes even hours. This is the technology that these guys were using, very powerful Shanshen technologies, Neigong technologies that Bruce Lee's teacher taught a guy named Steve Gray these type of power techniques of enhancing your energy levels, enhancing your vibration. If you guys haven't heard my solfeggio tones, it took me close to 3 years with a sound engineer to create the perfect sounds for the body to heal. You can just type in Google Dr. Group solfeggio tones. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Just listening to this, there's like 50 minutes or something like that, but just listening to this is the tunes and the sound waves. And by the way, we've proven these are healing with looking at blood before and after on the electron microscope.
Okay, so I just looked them up on Spotify here. Dr. Edward Group DC and Global Healing, solfeggio healing frequencies. All right. And I'm going to put that up on the screen there. So I'm not going to play any of the music because we all know how everybody is about music today. But I did listen to it for a couple minutes. The magic of editing. You didn't see that. Really neat, dude. Really neat. Like, put this on. It's an hour and 29 minutes. All 3 tracks on this particular one is 3 hours and 39 minutes. I mean, you could throw that on, play all 3, and be out by the end of 1. You know what I mean? So maybe there is something to tones and music. I believe there's something to it. I believe this is more than what we've been told. It's not just something that it's not like it was a novelty, it's not a trick. Vibrations, bells, tones, all help maybe with healing, but it also helps relax you. When the body's relaxed, you can heal. When you're full of anxiety and stress, even the healing process just for a regular cut takes longer. Our bodies don't do good under stress. They don't digest food properly. Cuts don't heal as quickly. We don't work as good, right? We're all like, anxiety, So when you think about it in the long run, it's pretty incredible that this is being taken away from us. I feel like most of us know it's a good thing. Why are they taking it away? Why are they taking away a good thing? Is it possible it's another way to keep us sick? I don't see why it wouldn't be, All right, so this next one here, the Archbishop Vigano just dropped a nuclear truth bomb. Let's see what he says. What's going on here, man? Let's see. A dangerous, subversive elite has infiltrated the highest levels of the Western institutions to implement a criminal global plan. Well, you know it and I know it. Something's happening. And here we go again with Agenda 2030.
A dangerous, subversive elite has managed to infiltrate the highest levels of Western institutions and governments to implement the criminal plan of the Agenda 2030. In many self-proclaimed democratic states, the voices denouncing this global coup are being silenced through censorship, intimidation, psychiatrization, and even arrest. Among the victims of the totalitarian regime quietly establishing itself in Europe, Canada, Australia, and other vassal nations of the United Nations, NATO, World Health Organization, and World Economic Forum, all private entity funded by the same powers, is lawyer Rainer Fulmich, unjustly imprisoned and still awaiting for a fair trial. His crime is having dared to speak the truth in a world of criminal lies. I call on Catholics and all people of goodwill to raise their voices in defense of those persecuted by the globalist regime. It is not Attorney Fulmich who should be imprisoned, but those who committed the greatest crime ever against humanity: Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, George Soros, Ursula von der Leyen, Albert Bourla, and all their accomplices and emissaries, especially those in institutional positions. Free Rainer Fulmich.
Holy shit. Dude. Okay. I was like, who is he talking about? Like, where are we going with this? And then he just name drops all of them. I was like, oh, all right. Yeah. I can get behind this guy. He's like, calling all Catholics. Like, dude, I don't know. We got a lot of agendas. There's Agenda 2027. There's Agenda 2030. I'm not sure, but 2027 and 2030 keep popping up. So, obviously, we're going to have to get through 2027 in order to make it to 2030. We'll see what happens, but this guy's, man, people around the world are seeing the problems with America, and they are calling it out as well. They are worried because the reason that everybody looked at us, we were some superpower, we were this great thing for opportunity for anybody. But man, it's pretty wild right now, the things that are happening, and we have no control over it. You're basically watching the show, everybody. We might as well get popcorn and pull up a fucking chair because we don't have any control over what happens. If he wants to invade Venezuela, guess what? I can't stop him, and neither can you. So this one here is a way for us to redeem ourselves from slavery. I can't wait to see what he has to say.
There are 41 million African Americans. There's 40 million Canadians. This is how we solve America's racist past. Enslave Canada. Every African American gets one Canadian.
What? What? I mean, I'm laughing because it doesn't make any sense to me. So we have 41 million black Americans or African Americans, which I didn't know we were supposed to say that anymore. And he's saying that there's 40 million Canadians, so we should enslave Canada and give every single black person one. Oh man, I did not know where that was going. I did not prep this one. So I don't think that's the way it's going to work. I don't think that'll work at all, but maybe this was comedy. True America Wins. Original audio. Go follow, check him out. I just wanted to see what he had to say about America's racist past and how we could recover from it, because I didn't think it was possible. Still not the worst, you know? Still not the worst according to the world history of slavery. Definitely not good, but not the worst, you know? It's good not to be the worst, right? I mean, it is. It is good not to be the worst. All right, so this one here, man, is interesting to me because I think there's a correlation. I've talked about it a little bit on here where medications seem to go too long. Prescriptions seem to be the only answer. And we have more children with 18 vaccines and on head meds before the age of like 6, I feel. I think it's really, really crazy like that. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I might be giving them too much credit by giving it to 6-year-olds. And I saw a sign the other day at the DMV that said, you know, it's illegal unless it's a prescription. I mean, it's crazy to me that, like, we look at prescription drugs as not drugs. That's fucked up, right? They are the worst drugs. The worst. I mean, they're the ones that invented fentanyl. You know, it all came from pharmaceuticals in the beginning. But the amount of kids that are on head meds today, I do believe, are a great percentage. It's not good, and it is a possibility that it correlates with school shootings. Let's see what Dr. Brian Ardis says.
52 years of documented school shootings in America, conducted by teenagers. Do you know 100% of them were on either an antidepressant or on a barbiturate drug for anxiety? And every one of these antidepressants, including Prozac, Zoloft, Xanax, you name them, all these anti-anxiety drugs and antidepressants, do you know every single one of them are published to increase the risk of suicide behavior and actions, and I quote, lead to violent and homicidal actions. 100% of all school shooters, for the documented 52 years of history, we've been tracking them and studying them, 100% of all the shooters were on drugs that are published and prescribed by your medical doctor, brought to you by CVS and Walgreens and others.
And that is absolutely 100% a true statement. 100% a true statement. Read the disclaimers on those. Read the warnings. Read all that little tiny print. You know? The diarrhea, the vomiting, the heart complications, the blood clotting, may cause depression, may cause violent acts. It's all written there. I was on Wellbutrin. I was on the Buspirion. Yeah. Anti-anxiety medications. I wonder why when I was drinking, it wasn't making me feel that way. Oh, right, because it was actually counteracting the depression that the alcohol was giving me. Oh. But I only needed it while I was dosing myself with the depressant. Yep, because that's what it's made to deflect. Interesting. So that's why I felt super, super weird and down and dumpy when I quit drinking and I was still on it. You got it. That's how these fucking things work, man. They are drugs. Your kids need to be watched if you have them on these drugs. I'm not naming names, but I have a relative that has friends. And I'm not saying they're on these things, but they have said that they wanted to hurt themselves. Now, I don't need to say anything further. Everybody has been notified. Don't worry about that. What I'm saying is that this is the common conversation between 10 and 16-year-olds today. This is the normal conversation we're having. Why? Why? I think, and I'm sorry to say it, but I think I know why. I know why. Because of these drugs, people. Drugs. Don't tell me it's not a drug because a doctor prescribed it to you. Because if this drug leaves my hand with my name on the bottle and goes to somebody else, it is now an illegal narcotic. So why are we thinking of prescription medication as a non-drug? Still today, with more side effects than any illegal drug I've ever taken that wasn't fentanyl or whatever the fuck it is today. I never, that boat, I missed that boat, everybody. So when I'm talking about illegal drugs, unfortunately, it was during a time where I could actually say I could try that. You cannot do that today, and please don't. To think prescription drugs given to you by a doctor are not drugs is like thinking caffeine and sugar are not drugs. You are wrong. That's why when people say marijuana is a gateway drug or this is a gateway drug, nope, you're all wrong. Sugar is the gateway for all drugs. So this here is an 8-minute and 43-second video on the explanation to why billionaires are building secret doomsday bunkers. I'm kind of putting it together so that you can see a little bit of it and get a good gist of what the actual video is about. But I also want to know, like, you know, I think we have a good idea of why billionaires are buying bunkers right now, why they're installing them, why they're digging into the ground and going X amount of whatever feet deep, hundreds, thousands of feet, whatever it happens to be. They obviously know something we don't. I mean, that's the way this works, everybody. It's the way it works. They know shit we don't, and we won't be privy to it until it's too late, obviously. We would always like to imagine ourselves as the people in the know, you know, like in the movies. Like, they know this is coming, this is happening, but we are the people in the streets, in our cars, and the tsunami wave is coming in, and I just got out of my vehicle, and there it is. That's me. That's you. That's all of us, dude. We're not these people on top. These idiots are going to be the last ones on the planet because they had all the money, and they made it corporate America, and corporate America did what it was supposed to. It made them all rich while it made us all poor. So it all worked for them.
You know, all these billionaires are building these underground bunkers, and they have this access. I know it's a fact.
Yep.
But that they have access to all this ancient knowledge through what, the occult?
Through the mystery schools.
I mean, at what point do you just get introduced like, oh, hey, you made it. Here's the.
You mean
here's
into the mystery
knowledge.
schools?
You might want to build a bunker.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I don't know the answer. But
What is the occult? I'm new to all of this.
Okay, so, well, the occult is a very general term. You know, the occult can encompass, you know, your everyday Satanist.
That's kind of what I thought it was.
Yeah, the occult is a very broad term. The mystery schools are a little more specific. The mystery schools go back to the ancient times. And the function of the mystery school, fundamentally, is to preserve the knowledge of the antediluvian world. And more specifically, to preserve the knowledge that was transmitted to mankind by the gods who descended in the Golden Age. That is the purpose of the mystery schools. And there's various mystery schools around the world, but
Like what are they?
well, you know, you had the Elysian mysteries that were the ancient Greek mysteries. You had the Egyptian mysteries. You have the modern adaptations, like you had the Knights Templar, who were to some extent a mystery school. But then you had the Masons, the Freemasonry.
Didn't the Templar turn into the Masons?
The Masons preserve some of the traditions of the Templar order. Yes, there's modifications, but fundamentally there's the.
I can't remember if it was every mile or every kilometer.
You can learn this in the mystery schools, or I think at this point probably let's just assume for a moment, and I don't know if it's true. Okay, It's just a hypothesis. Let's assume that there is a body out there in the solar system that's coming back in, that's on this path around the sun that gets it gets slingshotted back out into outer space, comes back around every 6,480 years. Maybe we've detected it. Maybe NASA's detected it. Maybe some of our military satellites up there have detected this body that's coming into our solar system. And that, I think, would prompt, the building of underground bunkers. We have deep underground military bases. I'm sure you're aware of that all over.
Well, if that is true and that thing's coming back into the solar system, I mean, supposedly 3i Atlas will also be back in 2026, 2027, right around there. And if they are building bunkers because something came back into our solar, or is coming back into our solar system, that thing that's coming back into our solar system, I mean, is it going to have contact with us? I don't know. Did 3i Atlas have contact with our sun? No. Is space real? No. So, I'm more interested in these mystery schools, the Knights of Templar, the Masons, yes. That all made way more sense to me. These mystery schools of these traditional ancient ways, of Satan worshipers. I mean, if this stuff is really still going on today, I'm just amazed, man, at people's imagination just growing with them throughout their entire life. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I look at my nieces and nephews and I'm like, man, I wish I had an imagination, Out of all the things that you lose when you're a child, your imagination. I'm not saying that all adults don't have an imagination. I'm sure we do in one way or the other. I'm sure that's how we create things, is with our imagination. Every great invention or any invention is always just a thought in the beginning. But, man, wouldn't it be something, huh? Always a thought in the beginning, but if they just still have an imagination that is so strong that they believe in the demons and the angels and the Satan it blows my mind. Mystery schools, they are called, huh? Well, I will say that's a mystery to me. Wild stuff. I had no idea they even existed. All right, so this one here is super funny. I got a good chuckle out of it. Everybody, do you remember when this happened? This was September 27, 2023. So Mr. Biden was our president, and this is News 4, and I think they're in Squirrel Hill, Pittsburgh. This to me was absolutely hilarious. Check this out.
Have been taken and no arrests have been made. A 71-year-old man is accused of inappropriately touching a 12-year-old girl.
I'm going to pause it for you. That is a picture of Biden. A 71-year-old man has been charged with
at the Walmart in West Mifflin Sunday afternoon. According to court.
Did you see the other reporter's face at the end? Oh my God. This is so funny. Here, I'm just going to scroll up, and then I'll press pause for you because you got to see this gentleman's face. It's priceless, everybody. I'll flip back. There it is. Look at that face. Oh my God, dude. It's so funny. I'm sorry. It's funny. Oh my goodness. He wasn't even 71 at the time. He was like, what, 89, 79, whatever the fuck he was. He's almost dead if he's not already. But man, that face right there on that other reporter, dude, priceless. Now, we're always talking about control. We're always talking about hidden things, right? And lately, the newest stuff coming out is using hypnosis for, let's just say, shooters. You know, like Tyler on the roof, which was fake. But what I'm getting at is that the simple fact that maybe there is something there, and maybe some people don't even know that they are the trigger, right? But maybe they do. But something about this video, they make you, it's weird, because the question is, did she just turn him on? And not in a sexual way. Let's check this out real quick. It's very interesting to me because we're running into this a lot, and celebrities being robots or vampires or all these things. So let's just see what's going on here. Wait till the end.
I'm sure this is just nothing, but one of the comments was, she uttered his Manchurian Candidate activation phrase. Watch this guy.
That's exactly how you have to have a certain amount of distance between the bodies in your high.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
35 years ago today, Elvis Presley passed
What the fuck, dude? He just stays this way? Do we really need that buzzing? It was creepy. So 35 to 45 seconds, as soon as she said, Holy Ghost, he just stared at the screen with the face, did not move. Weird, right? Like she completely triggered him or something. It's very, very odd. Oh my God, dude. Could we have just witnessed somebody having a seizure? Imagine that. That would be really weird. All right. So that would be weird. It would be terrible. I hope he didn't have a seizure. But it is very odd that she said Holy Ghost and he just literally locked in place, like completely. Now, this one here, man, this guy is fired up, dude. And I have to agree with him because he's right. He makes a very good, valid point that we have a system that is completely and absolutely broken between the two parties. Neither party can ever agree on something except for this one thing. And do you know what the one thing is? This guy is gonna fucking tell you.
Have you noticed that the Republicans and the Democrats can't agree on nothing? Except when it comes to Israel, and Netanyahu can come over here, you see the leader of the Republican, the leader of the Democrat standing together with Netanyahu. Is that a strange picture? That you can't agree on the welfare of the American people, but you can agree on what is in the best interest of Israel? Talk back to me.
I think that's a great message. Yeah. Yeah, what's up with that, huh? Nobody can agree on anything. We can't agree on health care. We can't agree on that. We can't agree on this. We can't agree on jobs. We can't agree on anything. Nothing. The government shut down for over 41 days, or exactly 41 days, for no reason. There was no reason. None. Absolute shit show. Unless it's Israel. And then everybody agrees. And I'm starting to think that the Jews are just a scapegoat now. You know? I'm starting to think that the Jews are not even the bigger enemy at this point. You know? I just, it's so frustrating to me that we are still at this point and still shaking hands with this guy, still helping. You know? Really makes me wonder what the fuck we are doing as a country. Or maybe, how about, it makes me really wonder what the fuck our president is doing when so many of us disagree. You know? Let's check this one out. So, people, the rich, it seems like they have a lot of doppelgangers. Or have they been around for a long time? Are they scripted and recycled characters? I don't know, but this video may elaborate a little bit.
See, all of the world is one big stage, and all these celebrities are just scripted and recycled characters. This is Jamie Presley and Margaret Robbie, Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon. You have to understand, guys, that this reality has been scripted from the beginning. This is why The Simpsons predicts everything. It's not a prediction. It's simply an agenda. And all of these people, they're all the same characters that have been playing the same role.
Let's say Wishire Baron Elijah Wood. Oh, damn, dude. Whoa. I mean, if this could be true.
For so long, distracting you. They're all part of the exact.
Rob Lowe and Ian Somerhandle. Handler. I don't know how to say names, but I mean, it is uncanny, isn't it? The nose doesn't quite match up.
Same club. They don't go away. They're the same people.
Tom Hardy and Logan Marshall Green. Wow, dude, that's crazy to me.
Look at this. They're the same people, guys.
Emma Water something and Dr. Richard Dawkins. What? I mean, that Emma Watkinson, whatever her name is, dude. Oh my God, that is a crazy. And I mean, that pose too. That pose is so close.
Very, very obvious.
Wow.
Very obvious.
Oh, he brought it in. He brought it in. Look at that, dude. That's insane. I mean, only the person that does that does it like that. You know, it's like a signature, dude. It's like a signature. That's probably the closest one. Holy shit.
What do you guys think?
Henry Cavill and Matt Bomer. I mean, the cheekbones, the ears. That one's close.
Same people again. Scripted reality. We live in a...
Anne Hathaway. De La Presage. Wow. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is crazy. Reality. George Clooney and Cary Grant. Wow. Wow, dude.
I keep telling you guys this. It's all an agenda. They're all a part of the globalists. They don't...
Brad Pitt, Robert Redford, yeah?
Die. They...
Ooh, what's this one? John Lennon and Steve Jobs? Dude, I wish you weren't on the Steve Jobs picture right now. Damn it.
Just get recycled. That's all it is. They know it's good. Go. You should too. Peace and love.
Wow, dude, that's insane. I mean, it is pretty crazy how close these facial features are. And of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. I don't think anybody's a character or being just recycled. But what if they were? What if, man? That's wild, dude, to think about. And I mean, I'm sorry, that one I saw, I was just blown away because, I mean, you look at all of these faces and then you look at this one And that one there, holy shit to me. I mean, just absolutely spot on. It's crazy. That's crazy to me, dude. That's about the one that really stuck out. I'm not saying it's true, but it is kind of fun to think that maybe these people are just characters. You know, maybe Disney did make all the kids. I don't know. You know, I'm sure they had something to do with the Cabbage Patch Kids, though. I think they did. They definitely had something to do with Epstein, that's for sure. But maybe we'll find that out with the files. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people dropping right now. They're like, I'm retiring. I'm getting out of here. I'm bye-bye. Oh, my God, this list is releasing. They should not be able to suppress a single iota of information. There's nobody that they're protecting. Don't care. And they said, like, the other thing is like, at first they were like, well, we're protecting the victims. And then the second one I heard is, well, we want to protect the people that were there, but they didn't hang out for very long. So they had to sign the book too, but they weren't there. They were just there. So what is this, a Diddy party and you're supposed to leave after dark? Or before dark, I mean? So, I mean, there is all kinds of things happening right now in the world. But the Epstein list, man, coming out. We'll see what happens. It's crazy. It's crazy time. You know what else is crazy? Flat Earth, baby. Flat Earth. Here we go. Best flat Earth proof out there. This is a little long-winded, but I'm going to let it roll because I think all of this is good information because it's fun. It goes against the grain. In this video, they're going to kind of touch on the reason why I'm having an extremely, extremely hard time with space, Earth, round, flat, different dimensions. Don't care which one it is. I just want to see it. Not a photo. Not a photo. Let's play the video so you understand what I mean.
This is the best flat Earth proof no one's talking about. We've got thousands of satellites, billions spent on space tech. Yet not one gives us a 24/7 real-time live stream of Earth spinning in space. Why? They say Earth's a giant spinning ball flying through space at 1,000 miles per hour, surrounded by thousands of satellites. NASA alone claims to have over 2,000 working satellites. Elon's got thousands more. So, where's the real-time uncut footage? Where's the 24/7 live stream of Earth spinning in space with clouds moving, weather shifting, city lights glowing? It should be easy, right? Your security cam can stream your front porch in 4K. But the most advanced space agencies in the world can't show us Earth rotating live. They give us composite images, time-lapse animations, artistic interpretations, but never a continuous shot of the Earth as it spins from space. Ask yourself, wouldn't a live stream of Earth be the single most watched video in human history? So why doesn't it exist? Because it can't exist. Because Earth isn't a spinning ball, it's flat and motionless. And a live stream would prove that. That's why you'll never see one, not because they can't, but because they must not. Think about it. If they showed you a real-time, 24/7 live shot of Earth, you'd notice something strange. The clouds wouldn't move the way you've been taught. The continents wouldn't rotate. The stars would stay exactly where they are, and the curve, nowhere. You ever seen a direct feed showing Earth spinning? No cuts, no CGI, no time-lapse? Nope. They gave you the blue marble in 1972, a still image. And for decades, that was the only full picture of Earth. Why just one, with all that tech in orbit? Even the so-called ISS live streams cut away every few minutes. Why? Because they're not showing you Earth. They're showing you an illusion, a green screen, a CGI feed wrapped in storytelling. And when someone does try to film Earth long-range from a high-altitude balloon or a powerful zoom lens, no curve, just flat horizon, all the way across. And guess what else? Satellites don't even exist the way they tell you. Those big dishes you see? They point sideways, not upward. They connect to towers, not to space. It's not about tech failure. It's about narrative control. Because if they showed you the truth, the lie collapses. So here's the real question. Why would they hide the most powerful video proof in history? Unless the globe itself is fiction? Go search it. Look for any continuous live stream of Earth spinning, real-time, uncut, crystal clear. You won't find it. Not because you're not smart enough, but because it was never meant for you to see. And if that doesn't shake you, you're not awake yet, but you're close. Because once you start asking questions, the lies start unraveling. And when that happens, you'll never see the world the same again, or the shape of it. This video is for entertainment purposes.
So, you know what I mean, dude? Like, where is it? Where's the live stream of the planet? I want to see it. You have to show it to me because I want it. This is ridiculous. How can you tell me that the earth is round and blah, blah, blah when you can't even give me a live stream of the goddamn planet in the first place? That's right. You can't do it, can you? Why? Because it's fake. It's fake. Round is fake. Space is underwater. It does not exist. And what's with the fucking space station supposedly gonna be dropped to the ocean? When? Why? It's an international space station. Has everybody decided that this thing's no good? And by the way, it's already underwater. You know what I mean? Like, it's already there, dude. Like, we don't have to drop it from anywhere. You don't have to put on a show. It's fake. Got it. Now, why is NASA also hiding proof of hollow Earth? I don't know, but I love when these guys tell us these things because because I just love this podcast and I think they're great and everybody should follow these guys. You know what I mean?
What's so creepy is that the North Pole in that old ancient map, there's more to it. So there's this satellite image from the ESA 7 satellite. This was in 1968. It was like the first visual of Earth via satellite.
What the heck?
Okay, well then this was from Google Earth.
It's the hole to the center of the Earth.
And then this was released by NASA, I believe, 80s or 90s. You're not allowed to fly over the North Pole. But Admiral Byrd did. Apparently he had his secret diary. And then when he died, his son got it. And then when his son was trying to publish the stuff in it, he died. But Admiral Byrd talks about when he went to explore the North Pole, there was an entry to inner Earth, like hollow Earth. And he describes it as being in the Earth, lush green land beyond the ice, mammoth-like creatures, a technology-advanced civilization, and meeting with a being called the Master. But apparently this Master gave Admiral Byrd his message.
You see, we have never interfered before in your racist wars of barbarity, but now we must, for you have learned to tamper with a certain power that is not for man, namely the atomic energy. You see, our culture and science is many thousands of years beyond your race. You, my son, must return to the surface of the world with this message.
Cool. And then he died.
So that's Ninjas Are Butterflies. Love that podcast. What a great podcast. I mean, that is wild, dude. To see those pictures from those years with a big, giant black hole in the center of the Earth. And if that guy flew over it, saw it, wrote about it, was killed, and then his son just died before it got published again, somebody is trying to hide something. What are they trying to hide? Obviously, it's the ice wall. Obviously. Please, you should allow us to go to this. You're stupid not to open this to us, right? You're stupid because it's the billion-dollar moneymaker. Never mind the fact you would put an end to a lot of the conspiracy theories, right? Dinosaurs aren't real. Aliens don't exist, or maybe they do. The wall, the ice wall, right? Getting over it, under it, through it. Who cares? I got to it. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't exist, then allow us there. That's all. If it doesn't exist, then allow us there. If it's not fucking flat, then show us the live stream. You know what I mean? It's really easy for all of you out there to answer these questions and to put us to rest. But you keep hiding it. So it makes me think I'm really on to something, you know? Really makes me think I'm on to something. Now, somebody took a Nikon P1000 camera and zoomed in on an airplane looking for the horizon. And will you believe what they found? Well, I've seen this many times, not just this video, many videos, and I will tell you I'm not going to tell you what he found. You're going to watch it because it's the same thing every single time, and every time I don't know what's happening. Watch this.
All right, this video was made with a Nikon P1000, the video camera that Nikon actually discontinued because allegedly they were paid off by NASA. Now, what we observe here is very interesting. The supposed 93 million mile away sun is in front of the clouds here. So it seems, so it looks like to our naked eye. So our own senses would tell us that the sun is within the clouds. What does that look like to you? Does it look like it's 93 million miles away, or does it look like it's in the clouds? Now, a pilot actually captured this specific video, really looking like the sun is in the clouds, and the sun is below the horizon here. There's the artificial horizon, the gyroscope, and the sun is actually below. How is that possible? The sun is below the horizon. This is another good example of a plane apparently flying over the sun. The sun is underneath the horizon, underneath the clouds. You can see all the clouds lighting up here. It's almost as if Bible and all of our ancestors were correct, where the sun and the moon are the same size, the same distance away from the earth, within the firmament above, and the heavens are above the firmament. Probably exactly why we see angled sun rays like this. Because if the sun was 93 million miles away, 1 million times bigger than the earth, we would only view parallel rays. But they're always angled just like this.
Yeah.
The sun is local and the earth is stationary. Listen, if you're a truth seeker who seeks to understand the true nature of our reality, crack the codes of this matrix, break free from the system through manifestation, then join my community. It is an exclusive club for truth seekers who seek to break free. Click the link in my bio. I'll give you 7 days access completely free, and I will see you on the inside. Peace and love.
Okay, so Nikon did sign a deal with NASA, and the next day, directly after that deal was signed, they discontinued the P1000 camera. Now, is that because of this, or is that because it was time to discontinue a camera? I don't know, everybody, but if that's the only camera that can do what this camera, what it's doing, then go buy the camera. It's not like it's non-existent, but if they did deliberately get rid of it, I would love, I mean, you can't take a video of the exact same thing happening again, but you can almost get a duplicate of it if the clouds are out. But, I mean, so I don't know if that part is true, but it is interesting, and it is a part or detail, I should say, that everybody leans on. But why would you sign a deal and then all of a sudden 24 hours later you're discontinuing a camera that allows you to see that the sun was definitely in front of those clouds? You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. So this is a retired intelligence officer, and he's going to talk about Admiral Byrd's journey to inner Earth, everybody. Again, this inner Earth thing is wild to me because of those 3 photographs and then the fact that it disappeared. Because if we are a flat Earth, that means that center leads you to the wall. It leads you to everything. And if we could see that world, dude, I mean, it would be mind-blowing. I wouldn't even be able to believe that we have a world within our fucking world. You know what I mean? Like, it would blow my... I think I'd become broken at that point. If I was to actually see that, I might become broken, but I will also be amazed. But we should also be allowed to see it. So, All right, so this guy is going to talk about this. Let's dig into it. Let's see what's happening.
Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, he flew 1,200 miles with the wind in his back into the inside of this planet. Not a molten core, far from it. Continental shells bigger than on the surface, seas that were equal to ours, and he took 300 photographs and brought them back, and I tried to see them, and Franklin Birch, who was at the National Archives, would not let me in. Oh, I got in the cage, but I couldn't look at anything. Caldwell found those records and read them in 1940, and he took his round-wing plane in and went right through the Earth and came out at the South Pole in a 125-mile opening there. That's one thing he did. I told you that was 1940. That was a great accomplishment of the round-wing plane at that point. We hadn't had to fight a war. We hadn't had to do anything. 1952, I hesitate to tell you. I've had 3 attempts on my life, and I don't know if I'll walk away from this meeting if I say any more. I've had the needle, I've been poisoned, and I've had people sent to kill me.
Dude, you can't dangle 1952 in front of my face and then not do anything with it. Holy shit. What do you mean he came out? So he went in and he came out? It's a tunnel? It's a pass-through? The oceans are equal to ours? How is that even possible? You gotta let me in. You gotta let me to the center of the earth, everybody. You have to let me in. I have to see this. This is crazy town. This guy has been almost killed. John B. Leith. Almost killed 3 times because of what he said. Wow. Wow, dude. I mean, yeah, what's the point of it being a secret if it's real? I agree. If it's real, who gives a fuck? Why is it a secret, you morons? You should be like telling everybody, because it's the craziest thing that anything or anybody could ever imagine. Absolutely insane. You want to know what else is insane? The fact that we still believe that space is not underwater. Check this shit out. Here you go. Okay, so this has music and I can't play any of it. Here we go. All right, so declassification is going to hit some people hard. This is NASA bloopers. Watch this. This is them filming. I don't know where this video footage came from. It's for entertainment purposes only, but I'm telling you right now, this is what I've always imagined. Look at the things that they're using to float around. Right? NASA bloopers, everybody. Watch this. Here we go. You can see them all tied in, all the things. Oh, wait a minute. We're on the moon right now, and we're slipping and a-falling. Slipping and a-falling. Oh, on the moon. Slipping, oh, falling, oop, falling, oop, falling, oop, falling. Oh, yeah, look at that bounce back up. What do you mean? I heard if we were on the moon, you'd be floating all over the place. You're barely touching the ground. Look, it landed on the moon, 1969, 238,000 miles from the Earth's surface. Okay? Somehow brought a car with them. Yep, they did. Inside of this thing, yep, and nobody knows how they fit inside of that. Even when I bought the model as a kid, I still couldn't get the person to fit inside of it. Interesting. Keep going. 2025, can't get astronauts home from ISS 254 miles from the Earth's surface. Yeah, no, they were stuck there for quite some time. Why couldn't we get them out? Videos that will make you doubt, was the space flight actually carried out? Or are they hiding something from us? Recorded in a pool. All right, now they're pointing. Look at that lid. I played this video before, but this is more of a collaboration of them all. Look at the lid. He just grabbed it with his hand, or her hand, and it is flimsy. It's floating, right? It's flimsy. It's bending over the head. It's not even connecting. Like, what type of a lid is this? What is this? Why is it floating? Right? Why? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because if you blacked out the background, you wouldn't realize that it's floating underwater. Water's where we do space, also known as space. It's a buoyancy lab pool. Yes, I understand that, but still a pool, right? Still underwater. The ISS is not in space. It is in the bottom of a pool. I think it's in the bottom of the ocean, personally. That's why they have to keep going out to the ocean. That's why they drop stuff into the ocean. But here we go. All right, they're doing some more stuff. They're looking at it. Look at the green screen. That's a green screen, everybody. What? Why is there a green screen? Why? I mean, what are we doing? Oh, wait. That looks pretty damn fake to me, everybody. Ah, there's your green screen. All right. And then you have suspension cables. These people spinning. He's grabbing his cable, bringing them right back down. Here you go, buddy. Yep. Fake space satellite, real Earth saloon. You know? Which, I mean, when we saw that balloon, I'm telling you, dude, this has got to be closer to real than not. Because why would they, they push back on it all the time. The official data image showing satellite debris that currently orbiting Earth. And then NASA live feed. Now, I do believe we just said there is no such thing as a live feed. But the feed that they tell us that is live looks very clean. It looks so clean because up here in that top picture, that's what they say is out there. Millions and millions of tons of space trash. The concept of geostationary satellites allegedly used for communications is credited to an article written in 1945 by Arthur C. Clarke in the British radio magazine Wireless Wonder. Satellites are science fiction. I do believe that as well because, hey, look, if you just want to get into it real quick, look into it, feel into it, whatever you think you're doing, you need to look at the simple fact that we drive around and we lose connection. Huh? If there were satellites, there are no dead zones. But if there is no tower that's wired in close enough, then there is a loss of signal. But it's not a satellite. So just throwing it out there, man. So this is a satellite space fake, right? Underwater cables provide 99% of Earth's internet connections. The remaining 1% is via SATE loons. Sate loons. So it's not satellite, it's satelloons. Because they're connected to a balloon. Like the China balloon. Interesting. Again, if space satellites were real, Google Earth wouldn't need drones. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that 100%. So, I mean, let's look into it all, everybody. And, of course, this has been all for entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't want to crush anyone's hopes and dreams about traveling to space. But, hey, if you become an astronaut, maybe you'll get to keep all their secrets. You know what I mean? Or maybe you'll be the Buzz Aldrin of our future. I don't know. Everybody said he's crazy anyways. This stuff is just interesting to me. We're just having fun. I'm in a good mood. I hope you're in a good mood. And I just want to say thank you, everybody, for subscribing, watching, and doing all the things you do. Remember, if you're new, popping by, hit that subscribe button. If you want an opportunity to be a guest, tell your story. talkinwithtopher@gmail.com is the official email of the podcast. The link tree is in the description below the video, along with all links discussed on this pod today. And again, do not forget to go check out the mailbox, guys. And of course, Cryptid and Kin. Those links can also be found in the description below the video. So go check out everything. And I just want to let you all know that I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your Thursday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And as always, I will talk to you next week.